Hello, everybody. Welcome to Lions on the Prowl. My throat is not acting as nicely as I would like it to be today. And I want to introduce my partner here, and it's Maniac Tim. What's up, Tim?
Hey, not much, but it does look like the Lions are signing some players, huh?
That's about it. They're signing some players.
Right.
That's about it. Sorry, my throat is really messed up today. Anyways, apologize. I just can't get I can't get it going good today. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so we signed 3 people last night and yesterday. We signed Collins, linebacker, former Patriot. This is kind of the way things go around here. Couple things, though, because, it doesn't feel like they're all in to me. And shouldn't they? We'll go through the players in a minute.
Right.
But I'm sitting here looking at this like, I just don't. Jamie Collins, okay, he gets a 3-year deal. He's 30 years old.
Right.
Okay. If this regime fails, we get to keep him for another 2 years. It's worth $30 million. Collins was really good when he was in New England, as most players in New England are.
Yep.
But when he went to Cleveland, he wasn't very good. So we'll see how maybe the defense will help him, and he can help some of the other players. Like, I'm really thinking that he'll help Jelani Tavai because he's a middle outside. He can play middle, he can play outside. But I'm like, I listen and I pay attention, and Luke G was saying this. Shout out to all the DSA members. If you have not subscribed to them, please do. The content is amazing. Detroit Drew, Micro Mike, 313 JMO. We have Luke G, Detroit Drew. I mean, just all kinds of great content out there that, you can keep up on the line. It's just like that, really easy when you subscribe. So please do that and support all the members of the DSA. Collins, a 3-year deal. Well, what does this mean? Luke G was saying this, so what it meant for our other outside linebacker, Christian Jones. He thinks that he's going to be cut. Possibly. I think they may still use him as a backup lineman, as a backup linebacker, depending on who we get in the draft. I don't think his contract is that big, but I don't know. The person that I'm more interested in is Jared Davis. What does this mean for Jared Davis? I mean, they can play him on the outside, and he could supplant Jones. We got Tavai in the middle already.
Right. True.
I don't know. We've been wanting to get him here for a few years, so let's see how this works. He's old to me. I don't think this is a splash move. I really don't. But, it is what it is, right? It is what it is.
It feels like it's, we hope this will work. He was good at one point.
And I think this is one of the, I think we made 3 moves.
Right.
Out of the 3, they ranked this one second for me.
Okay. All right.
I'm going to go to the one that I think is the number 1.
Okay.
So we pick up Halapule Vatai from the Philadelphia Eagles. He's an offensive tackle. And it's funny because in some things, and some of the things I've researched says he's 6'6". Some say he's 6'4". I don't know how he grows 2 inches and shrinks 2 inches from place to place, but he's 320 pounds. His 40 speed was 5.26. He's 26 years old, but he'll be 27 by the time he plays for us.
Right.
We signed him 5 years, $50 million.
Wow, that's it.
It's not terrible. It's 10 million a year, and depending on how the contract is structured, it might not be that much for this year.
Right.
He might kick the can down the road, especially since he's not going to be here. It won't matter. So, just kidding. He was a 5th round selection to the Philadelphia Eagles. He was the 164th selection overall. Compared to Rick Wagner, Wagner is going to be old. I really didn't think he did a good job in the run blocking or pass protection. He gave up 4 sacks. This guy gave up 3 sacks last year. He's been a backup player, but he can play right tackle and left tackle, which could be significant later.
You're right.
We'll see how this goes. So depending on what they do with Taylor Decker too, but I'm not sure he's the fit as left tackle. I would put him in the right tackle position. He's a pretty darn good run blocker. Okay. We don't have many of those on our offensive line. But that is true. I would consider it an upgrade. It's not who I want, because who I want didn't go to us. Let's mention that a little bit too. So some of the players that we wanted are off the board. Conklin's off the board.
Yep.
Just to let you know. Who else is off the board? Oh, Kyle Van Noy went to Miami. I'm not unhappy about that. I didn't really want to see him back here. So Hargrave went to the big defensive tackle from Pittsburgh, went to Philly, and Byron Jones, a cornerback that people really liked, went to Miami. Right. Miami has a lot of money. So they got Kyle Van Noy and Jones and all that. Big trades are happening too. I just got to mention this isn't a Lions thing, but DeAndre Hopkins gets traded.
Right.
And I have no freaking idea why they would do that. No idea. And if we could have got him for cheap, I don't know. I think that's a move I would have loved the Lions to do. There's some moves out there that other teams got for 5th round picks and defensive tackle. I would have made these moves, Okay, right. So we're going to keep going through our defensive, our free agency pickups so far. So we have a 26, 27-year-old lineman. I like this pickup. I really do. He was not on my radar. I don't remember anybody mentioning this guy, which is a trademark of the of the Bob Quinn era. It's always people that we don't really know, except for last year. Last year we went with a lot of like Trey Flowers and that. But most of the time it's people we haven't heard of.
True.
Okay. True. So Jamie Collins, most people have heard of him.
Oh yeah.
The other two, no. So let's get into it. Late last night, the Lions picked up the Bears defensive tackle Nick Williams. Nick is 6'4". He's 310 pounds, and guess what? He's that right age for us, 30 years old. Yeah.
Yeah.
42 tackles. He was a really good story last year. He's 42 tackles. He had 6 sacks, but that was it. I mean, that was his one good year.
Right.
So far. He's been a perennial backup, and he's 30 years old.
But is he finally starting to peak, and will he be able to peak with the Lions? Like you said,
it's possible. I'm not going to say it's not possible. He probably doesn't have the tread that most defensive tackles have at his age. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's played a whole lot. Right. So I don't know. Last season though, he played all 16 games. The year before that, he played 2 games. The year before that, he played 5. The year before that, he played 5. In 2015, Kansas City Chiefs, he played 14 games. He had 9 tackles, no sacks.
Okay. Well,
he hasn't had a sack until last year.
Okay.
No sacks. He had 2 pass defenses last year. No forced fumbles at all in his entire career.
Isn't that kind of the way the Lions are, though? They don't really sack a lot. They don't, and then they bring the older people in.
But he has a. I don't know. I think that he brings pass rush, and he also brings a little bit of the run stopping too. So he's kind of a twofold player. He's like a 3 technique defensive tackle. But
Yeah.
again, it is what it is. Okay, so I got to find out. How is he going to be a role player? Is he going to be a starter? I mean, at this point, we have him and Deshaun Hand, so it looks pretty good for him being a starter.
That's true. Yep. And that's the way the Lions do it. We get other teams' backup players. But one thing that does look good is that that he did have his best year last year. So hopefully he's peaking and he'll be good for us for at least a couple years. Hopefully that wasn't just a 1-year wonder.
It's a
He played like.
A 2 minute. Something happened.
Yeah.
It's a 2-year.
What I meant by that. Yeah. What I meant by that 1-year wonder is that as far as having that good season and then that's it.
I get that. I was trying to get a deal out there so people knew what the deal was.
Okay.
It's a 2-year, $10 million deal.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, let me preface this, though, because it's a tampering period. We haven't officially signed anyone yet.
Right.
But kind of looks like we will.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Jamie Collins, we have the other guy. Crap.
Okay. Yeah.
Nicholas Williams, we got him. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's it. Okay, so we filled needs. I can't say we didn't fill needs. Just not. Yeah, Micro Mike says DJ Reader is still available, but as we said when we started, I don't see any hope of us getting him at all. Big V at guard. I'm not sure about that. I think he's going to take over. No, I don't think he's going to play guard. I think he'll play right tackle for us, but guard is interesting. He's big enough. I don't know about his hands and his dimensions, all that stuff. I don't know, but I'm going to go with this DJ Reader thing. DJ Reader is a defensive tackle from Houston, free agent. Somebody I really wanted as well. Looks like Denver's putting the full court press on him. That's who they want. That's their guy. So I guess we're going to have to try to outbid somebody for him. I hope it works out for us, but as usually happens, I don't think we're getting it. It's just my personal feeling. And when we went on and we talked about free agency before it happened, and I'm sorry that video didn't come out on time. I was so busy. I heard that too. Micro Mike says Dontari Poe may be available. That's a fit for us, actually. Yeah. But he just came available from what I heard. And I'd like to have Dante Poe here.
Okay.
He's got some speed. Now he's got a little bit of experience. We need defensive tackles that can rush the passer and that can stop the run.
Oh yeah, we sure do.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Mike. I don't know how expensive he would be or who else is interested, but yeah, I would agree with you on that one. I like him for us. Ouch. So the overwhelming thought here for me is, what the hell are they doing? And I'm going to tell you why. No, because people will be like, no, they're doing great. No, they're not. You have 1 year. You have 1 year to turn this around. And you sign a guy who's had 1 year, one good year.
Right.
Jamie Collins is 30 years old. But I mean, Collins could have a breakout season with Detroit. He could because he's in the system that he's familiar with, and he got out of Cleveland, so he's going to be happy.
Yeah.
I think that's the place that no one else wants to really go.
But really, you're going
besides
to
Detroit.
Yeah, you're going to Cleveland to the Lions. It isn't like you're going to Cleveland to a Super Bowl contender, or from Cleveland to a Super Bowl contender.
But the offensive tackle, it was a surprise name. But my thing is, I think it's an upgrade. It's an upgrade from Rick Wagner for sure. Yeah. I still think we're going to go offensive guard later. I still think we're going to grab a second-tier offensive guard. But,
and who was it that got Rick Wagner? Was it the Pack-Tards?
Yep.
Yeah. So he'll probably be great for the Pack-Tards.
Now, Micro Mike says Derek Brown and Okuda looks to be the pick after linebacker signing. I think Simmons will not be the pick. I don't think he's going to play that, though. I think he plays safety. So I think we're good. I still think we're good to sign Simmons because I think they're going to play him at safety.
Okay.
See, I also think that too. Okay, so Funky's with us. Hey, what's up, Funky Nuts? All right, man. Simmons would play. See, that's what I thought too. Strong safety and live in the box. Then throw in the fact he's fast. Or that last year, everyone said no way they grabbed TJ. Yeah. I agree with you. Totally. Yeah, he would play a safety position. He still would play. How could you pass on that? How could you pass on that speed and the ability he has? I don't know how you could do that.
How could you pass on that? It's the Lions.
Yeah, it's.
Unfortunately, I mean, shoot.
Funky Nuts in the building, Micro Mike says. Welcome, everybody. I know it's early. I'm sorry. I have a long day ahead of me. Lots of stuff for me to do today. So I may not be breaking in with breaking news or anything like that because I'm going to be out working today. So unfortunately. And Tim works today too.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so we got a couple free agents. We got 3 needs, I feel. I want to ask you guys, and Funky's here, and so is Micro Mike. But I want to ask you guys, do you think this feels like a sense of urgency, like it's a 1-year thing, or do you feel like they are acting like they're still building this team like they expect to be here? Because I don't see any of these moves as being splashy. I don't see any of these moves as being, we're going all out for this year. It doesn't feel that way to me. It feels like, okay, this is run of the mill, what we kind of do every year. If anything, it feels like last year was the year that they went all in on free agency. Not this year so far.
And that all in wasn't really that all in last year.
Yeah. I see this as they're very confident they're going to be here. Whew. Oh, okay. Yeah, Mike, I'm going to be there. Yeah, I'll be there at the round table tonight on Luke's channel because Mike was asking about that. And that's the same thing I feel like. I feel like, okay, so if there is a mandate, and that mandate is that they want us to win this year, at least contend for the playoffs, which brings a whole new meaning now that we have an extra playoff spot.
Right.
It doesn't make any sense to me because it doesn't feel like they're going all out. You know, there were some bigger names out there and bigger name free agents that they could have went and got. They had the money to do it, but they didn't. Is it a swing and a miss situation, or are they targeting guys that they feel like that fits what they want to do, and they feel like they know what they're doing, are going to continue to stick to their plan?
I think that they're continuing to stick to their plan.
Funky brings up this point. This point was I brought this up on our show. That we have a regular show, not a live show. This one's different, but I think that everyone is overlooking the simple fact that with a scheme change, you're automatically going to have to rebuild. And we're not overlooking that. The thing is, though, we signed Jamie Collins for what, 3 years?
Right.
2 years? I can't remember what the deal was on that.
I think it was 3.
It was 3. And then the defensive tackle for 5 years.
Right.
Or the offensive tackle for 5 years. I don't know. I think I read the deal and don't remember it. Hey, it's early. I was up early, and my brain is fried, dude. So, to me, that's kind of crazy, though.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because they're not acting like they're in for 1 year. This Collins was a 3-year deal. Yeah, that's weird. It just feels weird to me. All right. Anyways, so Tim, what do you feel about these pickups?
I feel it's just the same old stuff that we're used to seeing. They should help. You know, we had a couple of upgrades. Of course, upgraded on the offensive line with Ricky Wagner being gone. So I see that that's a good thing. But I just don't see, like you're saying, that this is going to do the big turnaround. You know, I'm hoping this isn't it. I'm hoping the big free agent signing is yet to come.
No, I don't believe that at all. No. I think we've already swung and missed on some people. We already won.
I'm hoping
DJ Reader's still there. Dakota Baird brings this up. We still need depth at guard. DJ Reader, maybe linebacker depth. DJ Reader, it looks like Denver's putting the full court press on him. That's what was coming out this morning. Doesn't necessarily mean we won't get him, but I would not hold your breath on that one. Depth at the linebacker position, that's interesting. If we keep Christian Jones, we have some depth there already, seeing as we're going to bring in Jimmy Collins. That'll displace one of those guys. Anyway, my thought is we need a dog on defense. But see, that's what we could get, Mike, in the draft. See, that's how you build that, because then you can get stars. I mean, for me, if you're building it right, free agency should be for the picks that they're doing right now. We're not looking for superstars there. Yeah, Shelby Harris is also. Yeah, I agree with that too. Funky Nuts is saying if Denver gets him, Shelby Harris is a solid option, and I agree with that. But back to Micro Mike's point here that we need a dog on defense. But that's what you get when you get Isaiah Simmons. See, we're not going to get that kind of talent in free agency generally, or we're going to overpay. So that's exactly what I feel about that. Dakota Baird wasn't going to hold out hope, seeing as how Jared Davis can't cover no one. He's right about that. Yeah. That was interesting too, because when we got Collins, I wasn't thinking that he's going to cover anybody either. But I want Isaiah Simmons in that spot as a safety, and like you were saying, down in the box safety. I think he can roam free. We could rush him every once in a while. He could cover. He can, be in on the run game, on the run defense. There's just so many ways you can use him in that situation. And when you're also having those linebackers, it doesn't really affect him, because he didn't play a lot of snaps at linebacker. Everybody's calling him a linebacker, and he's a safety. Well, to me, he's a safety. I mean, they put him in the linebacker group. I think it's pretty much because they didn't know what to do with him. But I see him as safety as well. But I see him as a strong safety.
Yeah, especially with what we need.
Right.
Yeah, and we get him. He's going to plug that strong safety hole that we have. Yeah,
so, I kind of agree with that. I'm not sold on Will Harris either. So for me, it's going to be an upgrade if we get Simmons. I hope we do. It's the guy have wanted for quite a while now. So what do you guys think about the new offensive tackle, I'm trying to do it, folks. I'm going to do it. Halapuli Vati. And that is how you say that first name, Halapuli Vatai. How come the Lions always get these names that are almost impossible to pronounce?
Because they're trying
who I still can't pronounce his name for some reason. My mouth just doesn't make those things. I tried this one.
Yeah, because they tried to stump you somehow, Jim.
It doesn't seem that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't seem that way. But anyway, guys, what do you guys think of that offense? The Big V can run block. Oh, shout out from Missouri. Hey, guys. Hey, Dakota. Thanks for watching. We're in Michigan here, unfortunately. You from Missouri too, Funky? Is that what you're saying? Sweet. Big V can run block. Yes, he can. Big V would just go with that, but he is an upgrade over Wagner or Crosby. I do agree with that as well. If we can build an offensive line that can run block, you'll find out that the play action will start working better, and we can start implementing that. It gets us some more time for a deep pass. Kind of freezes the linebackers and the people they'll be starting to put more people in the box to try to stop the run. A running game is crucial to our offense. Even though we've been putting up points, if it's not the same thing. Got 4 minutes left, You got the lead. We had the lead in how many games this year? But we can't run the ball.
Way too many, and even
run the ball.
Right.
So, and I know Darrell Bevell's really good at getting a run game going. And I also trust, I'm going to say this too, I also trust Darrell Bevell to find a quarterback in the later rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Big V, we'll do Big V. I don't mind. I was just trying to do it, I was trying to see if I could say it. Yeah, Philly did have the best 2 starting tackles last year. I agree with that, Funky. But, I think the Lions really need a run game. Been saying this for years. All you Stafford haters out there, which I am not one of 2. But anyway, because Tim has been wanting to trade Stafford for 2 years now, at least. I'm getting rid of him. But in my estimation, Stafford's been the only bright spot, to be honest. I mean, we need a run game here. Building that offensive line has been something I've been hammering on. I like Big V. His pass pro isn't that good. So he's a welcome addition to the rest of the pass protection we have. Yeah, we could get some guys in the second round. That would be pretty good for us. Ruiz wouldn't be terrible. There's a couple other guys out there for depth, or I still think we're getting a right guard in free agency, or guard. Doesn't matter right or left, but I think we're going to get a guard in free agency.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I think that would be a second tier guy. I totally believe that. But I'm going back to Bevell. Bevell was almost completely responsible for Russell Wilson. So he went and scouted him. He went, told everybody, hey, we need to get this guy. Got him in the 3rd round, man. 3rd round quarterback. That's how Seattle was able to build that defense over there. You think we draft a guard in the 2nd round? God, Mike, I hope not. You know why. You know who I want. So
you want that running back?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, I know.
I want Jonathan Taylor out of Wisconsin, and I know he has the fumbleitis issues, and he gets that set up, and if we can coach that kid up, oh my goodness, he's getting 2,000 yards a year. If he gets half that, we get 1,000-yard rusher out of the kid.
And plus, we got a run blocker now too.
And if we can fix this offensive line, we have a threat. I don't like our. I'm not going to say this. Everybody's going to get mad at me. I don't care. We don't have the threat at running back. There's no reason for them to put 8 men in the box so that we can get one-on-ones downfield for Stafford.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for them to bite on play action. There's no reason for them to be concerned, even. Why do you think Stafford gets hit so much? He gets hit so much because they know we have to pass the ball. It makes no. I've been saying this for a long time. Okay, the path to a playoff win, the path to the Super Bowl is number 1, a top 10, top 5 running game, top 10, top 5 defense. Stafford hasn't had that as his entire thing together at the same time. Is Hunt still available? I think he is. But I'm not sure about that. I can look it up real quick. So, Tim, what do you think about the running back situation, the running game situation in Detroit?
It sucks. There's no way of getting around it. Kerryon's been hurt every year. And I don't think he's, like you said, he hasn't added that threat. And one thing in correction, year before last, I wasn't into trading Stafford, but not last year. The year before last, I was. But last year, I said the system that they had around him did not help him. The year before last, I did bring that up, where I wanted him trade, but not last season. Okay, last season I said they wasn't working with what they had. And that's why, and I went every way to say that. So it wasn't like I was trying to hate on Stafford because they didn't have the people around to make him better. The system had changed.
Hmm.
And
Oh,
I think you're seeing the best of, that this system could not build around Stafford. That's what I was saying.
no, you said Stafford has been here all these years. He's never won a playoff game. It's time to get rid of him because, hey,
And that
we're not winning
was
with
the year
him.
before,
Don't,
Jim.
don't,
That
don't
was
start.
not
Don't
last
start.
season. That was
Don't
not last season. That was not last season. It was
Right.
the
Yeah,
year before.
I can prove that. But
Okay.
look, we're going to go on. Fumbling problem, another Amir. I hope not. Me too. I hope not either. This guy's a lot better than Amir. Todd Gurley's on the trading bot. What would we have to give up to get him though? And I don't know. I like Gurley. Yeah, I'll tell you that I do. But
Right.
he's fragile too, isn't he? Hasn't he got knee problems or something like that? Yeah, bad knees. That's what I thought too. Okay, Make Bo the goal line back. Kerryon and a draft pick are signing. What are we going to do with T.J. Johnson? Bring him back. McKissic, I don't know if he's coming back. T.J. Johnson will be here more than likely. Kerryon will get hurt again. Scarborough has injury history too, but I liked Bo. But I want to see him in like a real pressure situation. I haven't seen him in a like a playoff push type thing. I'd like to see that. Gurley's missed too much games. Yes, I agree, but that could bring his value down. But I don't. What do we want another injured player for? Bo knows.
Right.
Yeah, they'll release him, but do we want another injury-prone player? Do we want another Kerryon Johnson? Or maybe we could play one of them half the season, the other half of the season.
No, they will get hurt at the same time, Jim.
At the same time, yeah. More than likely.
Yeah, they'll be out at the
Who knows? Dakota Baird. Who knows? That's it. You must be as old as we are. If you remember those commercials and stuff. I love Bo. I do too. I'm worried about the injury on him. I'm worried about it because he couldn't stay healthy either in Dallas. Why do you think he was available? That's the thing. I'd like to get a running back in the draft. Doesn't have to be second round. Doesn't have to be the guy I really, really want. But okay. He's sturdy. I don't know. I that's the guy I want. Yeah, whatever. People can argue with me if they want. But we have to rebuild the defensive line. We have to rebuild the offensive line. We've taken steps to do it. We have. We've taken steps today. We took a big step. I think with Big V, we're just going to go with that. Okay, guys. Big V and I think he's going to be offensive tackle. I still think we get a guard, probably somebody that we don't have any idea about yet or haven't studied or looked in there. If we can bring in Gurley I don't know, since we have an extra roster spot, I guess we could bring him in. I don't know. For me, I don't really like it. I don't like bringing in injury-prone players. I just don't. Because this team has the worst luck with injuries anyway. When they drafted Kerryon, I told everybody he was injury-prone. And here we are. if like I said, if he could stay healthy, it would be great. If Gurley's knees are shot, no, I don't want him. No, and that's why the running back position has been so downgraded now because you can only get a few good years out of these guys and they're done.
Right.
Sometimes only a year or two. Devonta Freeman. I don't know about him. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. I'd rather get a rookie in that doesn't have an injury history. I would rather do that. Because then we have Kerryon, we have Bo, and if Bo goes down and Kerryon goes down, this kid could get some looks and stuff like that, and he can develop. Same thing with Ty Johnson. I didn't see a heck of a lot from him last year. He's supposed to have a lot of speed and all this, and he never really broke out into the open too much. I mean, he did a little bit, but let's give that kid a chance too. The better the offensive line, the better the running game. And so if we get another guard in free agency, which I want, yeah, that's what I would say. Trade for Tooney. I thought we got. Wait a second. Wasn't Tooney a free agent? Or did I miss something? Did he go somewhere? Because I thought Tooney was a free agent. Oh, they tagged him. Oh, okay. So they franchise tagged Tooney. All right. Okay. Didn't see that. That's why I was wondering about it. I'm like, wait. So they tagged him. Okay. No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't trade for him. Yeah, I wouldn't trade for him. I don't want to give up draft capital right now. I don't. But anyway, so I give up on Tooney now. That's it. Over for me. If you're going to build this team, you build this team through the draft. You can't be giving away draft picks. I don't believe in that. Unless it's really a late round pick, and I doubt that they're going to do that. But we'll see. Okay, so he got tagged. So I still think we're gonna be in the hunt for a right or left guard, and I believe we will get one in this free agency. We haven't really spent that much, depending on how the structured contracts come out. Right. The way they like to do it, they love to kick the can down the road. So we'll see what is actually against the cap for this year and how much more they have to use. You got to figure they got about $10 million in draft picks too. So we don't got as much as everybody thinks. But so what do you guys think about so far what we've done in free agency? Is everybody like, yes, this is great. We're going to be like, wonderful this year. Oh, I don't want, here's another thing that got brought up by Dakota Baird. But you're really bringing it today, Dakota Baird, bringing it today. Funky Nuts, as always. Micro Mike, we appreciate you too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want Slay traded either. I don't think they're going to now. I don't. But I still think we're going to bring in another corner or safety. I think so, too.
Mm-hmm.
I think so, too. I think we got room to pick up another second-tier offensive guard, second-tier corner. I don't know about safety. No, we'll see. We'll see what they do. I still think they have a lot of room. So you're probably going to see some more second-tier stuff. I said it in the show that we had before free agency. Free agency started. Unfortunately, I didn't get to put that up as fast as I wanted to. Oh, God, I don't want Will Harris. Oh, wait, yeah. Micro Mike's, I love him. I think blah. I do too. Yeah. I love your comment, Dakota, because it says a lot of good safeties out there, and then you said Will Harris. I'm just kidding. He's developing. He's a kid. We got to give him a couple of years. But from what I've seen so far, I wasn't real thrilled at this point. But you know what? That's what happens. That's when players develop. Some are slow developing players. Some develop quicker.
Right.
I'm not mad at him yet. I'm not. But I don't think he should start. So I think we do have a need at safety, but I'm praying to God we get Isaiah Simmons. It won't be as big of a need. So, yeah, the Slay thing's interesting now because we could keep Slay for 2 years. That boy couldn't catch water if it fell out of the boat. Well, it's sink or swim. Okay, all right, time to go get my taxes done. Slay is still gone, and Will Harris looks completely lost when he's playing deep. Totally agree with that, Funky. I don't think Slay's gone. I don't think he's gone. Here's the thing. Some of the new CBA rules really cracking down on veteran players who are holding out.
Okay.
So they implemented some new rules about the fines and stuff like that they can't just brush them off basically when they come back. So they're kind of cracking down on that a little bit. And I don't think they do that. They can keep Slay for 2 years right now.
Right.
If they wanted to. He could play. He has to play out his end of this deal, and they could franchise him next year if they wanted to, if the production's there.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're going to get as much value for Slay as you're going to get right now. But what are you going to get for him? A 4th round pick? Do you want a 4th round pick for Slay, or do you want Slay for next season, seeing as it's a win now mandate? I don't think they get rid of him. We'll see how it goes. It could be a draft day deal.
So, but what if Slay doesn't want to be here though? And
then
plays
you know,
like he doesn't want to be here. That's the only question that I have is if he goes out there and plays to the best of his ability and rather than throwing fits where you have seen in the last couple of years, that's where you got to look at it too.
yeah, Dakota's saying Will Harris reminds me of Louis Delmas. I remember Louis Delmas. He was a big hitter, yeah, great, and he couldn't cover. Yeah, I get it. That's a fair comparison, actually. I think Delmas was actually a little better than him, though. Sorry, I do. It's terrible to say. I want to ask a question out there. We don't have a lot of people. I know it's early in the morning. God, I appreciate you guys being here with a terrible team and all this stuff, and you support, and it's amazing. It really is to see people out this early in the morning. But what do you guys think about the progression of Bob Quinn and the direction this team has gone under him over the 5 years? Do you think we're a better team now than when he took it over?
Hell no.
Tim says hell no. There's portions of it that are better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I think we're getting the offensive line right. Ragnow's awesome.
Right.
Now you've got this other big V. I'm good with that.
Mm-hmm.
We need a guard that can really run block. If you're going to go all in and make us a running team, you need an offensive line that can block, that can run block. We don't have that right now. So too many swings and misses in the draft. Totally agree with that. Free agency has been okay. I agree with that too. I don't think we've had a lot of misses in free agency too. I mean, he's cut a lot of people that he went out and got. The big offensive or defensive tackle that he got from Tennessee had cut him right away. And last year they cut C.J. Anderson and they cut him. And Mike says flat out no. I agree with that. I don't think that we're better. I think Luke G was on and he said he thought they were better than they were. And I'm looking at it. I can't see it. I don't think they are. Do they have more talent? I'm not even sure. I can't even say that. I mean, he did hit on a third-round draft pick with, I think Tracy Walker was a third-round pick, and also wide receiver guy. Why in the hell does he? Names escape me. It's bad. I'm getting old, dude. Kenny Golladay. That's another hit.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah, he see when he came here, he didn't know that Don Muhlbach is immortal. And will never die and will play NFL football for 100 years. That dude is consistent like taxes and death. I swear to God, it's taxes, death, and Don Muhlbach. That dude every year. We're still at the bottom. Now, here's the point. Here's the point right here. We're still at the bottom of the NFC North. Our roster is not any better than any other NFC North team. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. I totally agree with that. And too many misses in the draft. This is something else I want to address. Tom Muhlbach will long snap until he's 50. No. I honestly think you're wrong there. I think he'll long snap till he's 65 years old. No, I'm just kidding. I like the comment though. I really do. Yeah, Mike, that's right. How do we say we're better when the team is? So some people separate Quinn and Patricia, and I don't. Okay, I think they're in this together. Whereas some people say, "Oh, Patricia's terrible, and Quinn made a horrible decision, and Quinn can fire him and be okay." I don't think so. These guys are together on their free agent picks. And their draft picks and their draft board. And I think that they're together on this whole thing. In fact, when Patricia came here, that was one of the things that we thought was going to be a good thing, that Patricia and Quinn were both going to be together on their picks, that there would be a unity in our front office.
Boy, were we wrong.
Well, there is a unity. They all just suck.
Right.
They don't know who they want, and they both suck. So that's kind of the way it is. I got about 15 more minutes. Going to answer questions. We're going to talk more about, what's going on free agency. What do you think they're going to do next? I don't think anybody knows. Just be honest about it. None of us know.
Right.
Quinn should be fired if we fail. Oh, heck yeah. Quinn and Patricia are tied at the hip with me. I believe that. And, I hate to say this, but I think Stafford's tied in as well. I think that we'll keep Stafford, but I think the new guy will get a new quarterback next year. I do. I'm kind of hoping it's Trevor Lawrence and we're really bad this year. Because that would really be a good thing.
Either be really bad or really good.
God, I don't know.
If they can turn this.
What do you mean by really good, Tim?
No, I'm just saying
seriously, what do you mean by really good?
Well, the changes as far as the contenders to win the NFC North.
So winning the NFC North is really good.
Winning that.
What do you want? What do you want for 1 year so that we can fail for a long time? Seriously, because Stafford is not getting any younger.
No, he's not.
He's showing injury tendencies.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I like this question. If they fire Quinn and Patricia, what in the world would we target? New defensive scheme for sure. For the love of peace, keep Bevell. You know what? You got to keep Bevell. I think Bevell is. I think Bevell's a really good offensive coach. And he did some stupid things in Seattle, but everybody does dumb things, especially with the Lions. So no big deal. Quinn should be fired and Patricia. I totally agree with you. My thing is, I don't know who to go after at this point. I'm going to tell you, I'm not even up on it. Yeah, I'm like most Detroit fans. Just fire the guys and get rid of them so we can find somebody else. Target a proven winner as a head coach. Yes, definitely. We did that, though.
Yeah.
Remember that?
That was
went to the Super Bowl in San Francisco, come here and couldn't do a damn thing. Not a damn thing. Yeah, who's out there? That's a question too. Right now it's more important to have a GM that's a proven winner, because the GM is basically the one who makes all the decisions on the roster. So if we go through all of this again, which it's looking like we will, this is going to be a big topic of discussion. We have to get this right. It's sad. I'm already thinking of this month. This is a month before the draft. I must already be in denial for the season. Well, I mean, there is hopium available and plenty of Kool-Aid if you want to start drinking. Dion Lewis, Mr. 209. Yeah, Micro Mike and Dion Lewis, we're going to have them both on. No, I'm just kidding. I wish we could.
Oh, yeah.
If we sign him, Micro Mike is going to go ballistic, and I think we will. You watch. We'll sign Dion Lewis for a year. Not $5 trillion. No, we will sign Dion Lewis for a year. Will you watch? Micro Mike's going to lose it. Micro Mike will lose his shit. I'm sorry. I can't even do that. Mr. 209. Okay. So, but I'm interested in this because it's so early. But is there anyone that thinks we're making the playoffs this year? And we haven't even had the draft. We're 1 day into free agency, and I don't think there's anyone that thinks we're making the playoffs this year.
I don't think so.
I will call for Quinn's head. Aren't we doing that already? And which one's the clown, Quinn or Deion Lewis? I think Deion Lewis is a genius for getting signed. I can see Quinn, unfortunately, doing that. I didn't know we were making a comedy show today. Okay, Lions fans, let me know, because this is going to go out to Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff. We're on iHeartRadio, Google Play. And we're already talking about the next retreat. How many of you guys have any confidence in the Quinn-Trisha pairing that they were going to get it right this year, that everything's going to turn around and there'll be sunshine and rainbows and an NFC North championship coming up for us, and the playoffs and a home game. Yeah, right. How far do you want me to go? Super Bowl champion Detroit Lions next year.
You've been really taking that hope.
How many people? No, seriously. How many people realistically think we have a chance to go to the Super Bowl next year? I would say no one, and that's sad.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad thing. Okay, I'm all for trading down, but if Chase Young is there, how do you not take him? Easy. You trade with somebody else, and then you go down. No, I'm just kidding. Where does Chase Young fit? I want you to tell me, where does he fit in this defense? Tell me where he's going to play. What is he going to do? He's going to rush the passer, right?
Right.
From where? Oh God. You know, if we get Chase Young, I'm not gonna cry and whine about it. You know, he's a great pass rusher when he wants to be. There's a key there if you're listening. When he wants to be.
Right.
But he's a kid. He needs to be trained up. He doesn't have as many moves. Mike said he'll fit in that 4-3 scheme in 2021. We don't even know if we're going to get that, Mike. We don't even know. What if we bring a guy in and he wants to still run the 3-4? I don't know. I say you build around your talent, and that has been a problem anyway here. How does Chase Young not fit your system? I don't know. For me, he doesn't. Okay. I think he could bulk up, and we're probably going back to the 4-3 anyway. Yeah, I'm kind of hoping we do, but then how many people are out of place on this team? I mean, don't we have to kind of redo almost our entire defense, pretty much? Especially the linebackers. We'd have to redo a lot of things there. But yeah, I mean, this is the whole crux of the mandate, isn't it? You know, this is why the mandate is good and bad. It's good because we want these guys out there. Mike wants Chase Young. Where's he going to play? Yeah, and it's not that you're wrong. See, Mike, I want to say this. Mike is not wrong. This guy has talent. He has tons of talent. 16 and a half sacks. Tons of talent. But the problem is he took plays off. There is some guys that believe, like I do, that he doesn't have enough moves in the NFL, that a really good right tackle is going to take him out of the game. I'm just telling you, that's the way I feel about it, you know. But again, he'll be a rookie. We could see what he does. I don't know. Could we go back to a 4-3 defense? It does not looking like that. I think Isaiah Simmons fits us better. Mm-hmm. I think even Derek Brown fits us better. Oh God! Right now, I wouldn't be upset with Akuda if we traded down quite a bit. I don't want him. I would take Simmons at 3 because I think he's a game changer. Chase Young, if there's nobody to trade down with, if he's there and no one else is, I might take him. I might, because he doesn't fit the scheme really, but he's talented. Nobody's saying he's not talented. I question his motor. I question his move sets. There's a lot of things I question about the guy. Not that he doesn't have talent, because he does. He does. But you can't use speed on every down. Not in the NFL. Got to have some moves. You know. You can't just speed edge rush every time and expect to get sacks. I mean, if our secondary was improved, because the secondary works hand in hand with the defensive line.
Right.
Okay. So if we can cover for more than 3 to 4 seconds, which is a lot, you know, we get what's called coverage sacks. Chase Young can put pressure on the quarterback. We need some more defensive help, defensive tackles. That one guy, maybe he puts more pressure. Maybe Trey Flowers is healthy and he could put more pressure. But yeah, I don't know. It depends on how desperate they are to get Tua, is what I think. But do they give up that to us, or do they give that up to the Redskins? My hope is that it's Burrows at 1, Chase Young at 2, and then we can trade down with the Dolphins. I do want their 18th pick instead of the 26th. I do. Would they give it up? I actually think they would, depending. Oh, yeah, I do. I think the Dolphins will trade with the Redskins too, but I'm hoping they don't. Yeah, he looked really good at the end of the year. Now, that's a name I can't pronounce. I have tried it for the better part of a year and a half now, and I can't do it. Just can't. Sounds like a dog. I can't do it, man. But Amari, who I'm going to call him because I can't pronounce his last name, is awesome. I mean, he looked really good. He looked like he was really getting it at the end of the year. Does that translate to a starting position when we're playing in garbage time? I don't know. Because what did we have to win? What kind of pressure's on those kids? See, we haven't seen that yet. I think the Dolphins will trade with the Redskins. I do too, unfortunately. But we'll see how that goes. We'll just see how it goes. Depends on Tua and, what he looks like throwing the ball, all this other stuff. Is he going to throw the ball at his pro day? I don't know. Or did he have it already? And can anybody go to a pro day anymore? Yeah, there you go. Check this out. With the third pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Punter Mann. Had to do it that way. Yeah, I like that. Love that pick. Hey, Mike, are you sure there's not a defensive guy that's available at the tight end position? No, I'm kidding. Expect this, guys. Expect people you've never heard of in your entire life. Expect disappointment. And then expect this team to be very close to contending for a playoff thing and then fall short. And then we got to wonder what the mandate really means.
Yeah, will Martha hold true?
I like this question too. So if the Dolphins trade to 2, who is left to trade down? Not the Colts. I'm thinking the LA Chargers. They have the 6th pick. We could trade down from 3 to 6. They don't have as many picks though as the Dolphins, and that's why I wouldn't do that. Yeah, it's not the Colts any longer. Yeah, that's a good point. Good point. But yeah, I would say the Chargers. From 3 to 6. Micro Mike expects a top 5 pick next year. I'm hoping we just tank. I'm hoping we just implode, and it's so it's a Trevor Lawrence sweepstakes then. What it is, and then if we don't get that top 5 pick and we do okay and they still get fired, does the new guy coming in trade away a lot of draft capital and maybe some players to get the 1st overall pick and to get Trevor Lawrence? He's going to be number 1 next year if no injuries happen, God forbid. But you know what I'm saying. He'll be a number 1 pick next year if tank for Trevor. Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it. We need a replacement for Stafford coming up. Most teams do that. Most teams are a lot smarter than we are. Okay, I've got about 2 minutes left. I really do have to do other things today. Open it up for questions. Tank for Trevor. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah.
Of course, with the mandate, they're not going to tank for Trevor.
They don't have to tank. They'll do it normally. They didn't tank last year. They just did it naturally. They could just do it and have nothing to it. They don't have to try. Any questions, guys? Any other questions? Because we're going to get out of here pretty quick. Got another minute. No more questions. Okay, cool. All right, man. It's been a good talk. We've learned about free agency and how underwhelming it is. Same old Lions. I'm serious, man. Same old Lions right now. To me, it is. I don't see no difference at all.
No.
But we're going to be moving out. So everybody, subscribe to the members of the DSA. And wait a second. We have a question. Hold on. Do you think we should replicate what Miami and Vegas has done? I love it. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like either of them. I really don't. Because I think there are other teams that can't get it right. Get Chucky? I don't know. I'm not in love with what Vegas is doing, to be honest about it. Miami's getting some good players, but are they going to be, I don't know. We'll have to see how it works out because it hasn't worked out yet for either franchise. So I would say a no right now. I would say no. I don't think they're as far ahead as we are, or pretty close. I don't see it. Oh, like all the draft picks they have? Yeah, I want to see a lot more draft picks if we don't screw them up. That'd be great, But how many draft picks do we actually hit on? That's the problem. I brought this up and everybody was like, "Oh, we got tons of second round picks that are good," and I'm like, "Okay," but not really. But I'm not looking for good. I'm looking for great out of the draft. Not good, not average. Not they might be an NFL player. No, that's where you get your superstars from. That's where you get your Calvin Johnson, your Barry Sanders, your Matthew Staffords from.
Right.
You don't get them in free agency like that. Free agency is to just push your team over the top, not to build your team with. Unless you're getting young free agents, that other teams have kind of given up on, but then they gave up on them for a reason.
True.
The draft is where you build it. Free agency is where you cement it. Just remember that. I'm going to leave you with this final thoughts. For me, we all know that we have the unnamed virus out there because we can't say its name for some unknown stupid reason. But guys, stay safe. Wash your hands, all that stuff. Listen to the people. Don't go out and gather around, and we want this thing to kind of die out and not spread. So pay attention. All right, peace, Dakota. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you, guys.
Mike. Funky Nuts, as always. Thank you. And but that's my final thought. My final thought on the free agency right now. It was underwhelming. It was okay. Just okay. Tim, final thoughts.
Underwhelming by far. I don't really see us doing much next year or this coming up season. But I hope so.
Okay, guys, remember, subscribe to all the DSA members. Micro Mike is in there with us. Luke G, Detroit Drew, 313 JMO, Novus. I mean, there's a bunch of guys out there, and I just want to make sure that we start. The real Detroit Lions fans. God, Andrew, what am I doing, man? I'm always forgetting you guys. That sucks. He's such a cool guy, man. Got to check out their stuff. It's really, really good. But appreciate you guys. Appreciate everybody. Subscribe. They'll be in the links below. So you have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yep. Thanks.